Hi, it's Joanne. Today we're watching The Dragon Prince, Season 7, Episode 7, The Titan and the King. Ezra is talking to Aaravos, I suppose. 3 episodes left of this show. How is it all going to end in 3 episodes? I'm stressed. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, so it's all up on Patreon, unedited right now if you're watching this on YouTube. And let's go.
About how sad I am that there's a rift between us.
Oh, a good first step.
And about how certain, because yesterday I found out that my worst fear has come true. Aaravos is back.
I'm glad the first bit was in it so that he was like making gestures of peace, even though it wasn't the full peace letter.
But Aaravos isn't the only one with a plan.
No.
So step 3. We're gathering the Archdragons.
Here we go.
If the Archdragons can hold Aaravos down for just a few seconds, I can use ocean magic to imprison him in the New Pearl forever.
I mean, you've already got him.
We already captured Aaravos. Talon would know this if he hadn't left.
That's not wrong. But he would also know it if you hadn't been quite so rash for judgment. No one was perfect.
So that's fine. But I can't leave. Not with Aaravos trapped here.
I don't trust Aaravos being here, even trapped.
Like the old saying, the way to what you seek is lined with mushrooms. Not a saying.
It is now.
It totally is. It's a clap.
It seems you have already decided on my guilt.
Well, you did the things. However sad your sob story is, which it is very sad, you still did these awful things.
I am innocent.
Oh god, is his argument going to be that he talked to everybody, like he just talked in people's ears and said, hey, you could seize power if you murdered those people over there, and it's not his fault the person went and murdered the people? Is that going to be his argument?
We can fight him.
Claudia's still out there, even though they've got Aaravos.
But maybe we can destroy it.
Fuck.
The spell is delicate.
Yeah, if it doesn't exist, you can't corrupt it.
Only one person among all the Sunfire Elves can do this.
Absolutely not. You sentenced me to death, and now you dare to ask me for a favor.
Your child? Would you like your child to live in a world that has light and isn't ruled over by Aaravos and his spirits?
Not even to save a life.
Whose life? My
Your
own?
child's?
No. The sun herself.
Oh, sorry.
And you are the...
Sadly, Rex has not been seen in months. Are you certain? I brought a delicious gift.
He did love those.
Has never left the soul.
I see that word has gotten out about my deepest vulnerability.
Your sweet tooth, yes, yes.
Look where you stand. Saulregum destroyed your city, and he died.
Ezran, Saurugum destroyed your city because Aaravos got him to do it.
What I did for humanity.
No, you didn't. You did to get back at the people that killed your daughter. Don't listen to him, Ezra. I mean, keep him talking because we're delaying him, hopefully. Though I'm not convinced he's not secretly getting away, like working away free of his bindings as we speak. I really enjoy that we're revisiting old people that we'd come across before in previous plotlines. As part of this little grand finale.
How my Leola was destroyed by your
How many people's children have you killed?
You know, you're very good at telling most of the truth.
Be one way or another.
I know, Bait, I agree.
Maturity and most of life is lived in the space between.
You can still aim for good. I know.
How courageous. Why?
Don't let him get in your head, sweetheart.
The era is coming to transform what could be a tragedy into a triumph.
Oh, I hate him so much.
To make the coming age a glorious new dawn for humanity.
Zoom in front of Ezra.
If you can move past hesitation. Only if you
play him, Ezra, and do not fall for him.
Allow me to.
Hi, trust me, you. Trust me, you.
Oh, this place would be heaven for Terry.
Very sorry.
Saying that if Zubeia leaves now, the corruption will be irreversible.
So she can't leave. Oh.
No. Just have her back here in a week or two. I'll reapply the salves.
Jesus Christ, man. I was already being like, oh my god, we're gonna have to like choose between like how dire are things, or how much will Zubeir help? Are we gonna have to sacrifice her in the long run to do the right? Nope.
I kind of have to go back. Oh, guys.
Terry and Soren could be best friends.
You will lead the world into a new era, but not by compromising with you. As you are great and ancient, that I'm too young to see clearly. I think it's the other way around. You spent so long seeing the world through a lens
You
of
tell
hate
him.
that you can't see any other way to get
Clearly, through the lens of history. So if I may, I will tell you your
I
history.
mean, I do want to know the history.
The parts you haven't been taught.
Like, yes, this fascinates me, but I don't trust him to be the one telling us.
Dragon.
You will be imprisoned again, Aaravos.
So what was the secret of the Nova Blade? Does it take the life of whoever wields it or
In
something?
prison, your brother.
I don't like this. Aaravos is far too confident for someone who's supposedly imprisoned, which means he's not imprisoned really.
I don't understand. Could kill every living thing on this beach.
Claudia?
This was an attack.
By Claudia? To make sure there was no way someone could make another prison?
I believe.
Understands the need for compromise. Very soon.
Oh god, the sun's going down. Aaravos has kept us talking long enough for his spirits to come, right?
I've seen it written in his eyes.
I hate you so much.
You're lying. Callum would never do that.
I never lie, Ezra.
Okay, my brain, like, I did hear what he said about Callum just then, but, like, my brain was too busy freaking out about it getting dark. It did not process the words. Like, I heard what was said the first time, and then my brain was too busy going, the sun's going down, the spirits are coming.
The tide.
Your brother will embrace dark magic to save those he loves.
That's my biggest fear, okay? Is that the only reason Callum would choose to once again use dark magic is if he thinks it's the only way to save the people he cares about. And he would use it with the idea, when he made the choice to use it, of, right, as soon as I do this, I'm dead, now kill me. You know, like, once I lose myself, kill me to it. But obviously then once he'd used it, he might decide, actually, I like being evil. Mwahaha. I don't know how dark magic corrupts the soul. But, like, he wouldn't use it thinking, oh, it's fine, I can get away with it this once. Kind of how he did the first time. Although the first time he used it, he did also use it to save someone's life. He would fully understand this time that he'd be sacrificing himself, and it stresses me out.
But you don't have to let him walk it alone. You can join him. Join us.
Jesus Christ. Worry about why Aaravos is so confident.
Pity. The sun has set.
We weren't the only ones delaying. Oh.
No. What happened?
Claudia?
Claudia! I know it's you. Come out!
Because I didn't want to have to kill you, too. Petra Volare!
Oh.
Avimento, liquid.
Fight back, Callum. Oh my god. Claudia.
You're impressed. Come on, Callum. I don't hate you. I don't.
Then why are you doing any of this?
You're leaving me no.
What do you think is going to happen to these people when Aaravos has his vision? When the world is overrun by spirits, there's only ever darkness, and Aaravos rules. Like, what do you think is going to happen to the people that you used to care about, Claudia? Like, even, like, they're either going to die or live miserable fucking lives. What? I despair of her.
Do it now.
I don't think shooting her's going to work, but fucking shoot her. Oh my god. I'm just tired of you at this point, Claudia. She ran away.
No. There's no one else.
Oh god.
But there might be another way.
No, Claudia didn't leave that. Like, Claudia would have been able to grab that before she fled. Like, Claudia left that for a reason. Because she had the upper hand when she fled. It wasn't like she was fleeing while losing. She was fleeing while she was in her super suit. Like, she was doing okay. She left that intentionally, and I don't like it. Because Callum will use dark magic if he thinks it's the only way to save everybody. Because he will sacrifice himself in the process. He won't use it, like, ugh. I adore that bait is a weapon. Obviously, he has to get free, and I hate that so many good people are dying in the process. I will say, Aaravos, for all your mighty power, some humans were able to capture you quite easily. If you hadn't been lucky enough to do your moon thing like last night, they would have been able to get you. Also, like, no crops would grow because there would not be any sun, and so everyone would starve. It's a very bad plan, Claudia. Aaravos is just a lunatic. Claudia is meant to be rational. A prison or a moon? Is this the first person he taught dark magic to? Because it's such a
Your Majesty.
Don't tell me that was Zim's daddy. Oh, of course, that was his loyal freaking person. Probably is the first person he taught dark magic to. It was his most loyal servant. Don't tell me he woke up Zim's daddy and Zim's daddy's going to be evil. Those mushrooms are too cute for the end credit scenes of that stressful ending of that episode. Am I the only one who's just like completely sick of Claudia now? Like, I just despair of her because she's clever. She's an intelligent young woman. She has everything going for her to not be making the bad choices she's making. And I can understand why she's making the choices she's making, but even though I can understand it, I'm still like, you had other options. There were other choices you could have made every step of the way. Every single person she has ever cared about, other than Aaravos, has said, hey, Claudia, I don't think that's the right path. Actually, I think you should do something differently. And she's ignored them all. And now Aaravos' plan is to unleash demonic spirits, because they're not exactly seeming very friendly, on the entire world, to make the entire world dark forever, which is miserable. I mean, whose mental health is good in the winter when it's dark more often than in the sun? How are crops gonna work? I mean, like, it's just so impractical of a solution. What does Claudia think is gonna happen? Like, but she doesn't care because Aaravos, my new father, he wants it. So stupid. And then she's like, oh, I was hiding so I didn't have to kill you. What do you think is going to happen to Callum and Soren and all these other people you used to care about when Aaravos' plan works? Nothing good. She's just so annoying. Now she's got her stupid little super suit. I mean, I'm very much enjoying the plot, like, don't get me wrong. Like, as a character, she's fine, but just right now, she's so annoying. Like, I find her more annoying than Aaravos. Now, I hate Aaravos more than I hate Claudia, but I find Claudia more annoying than Aaravos, because I feel like Claudia has had chances to do better and hasn't, whereas Aaravos just, I don't know, just, he took the plunge a long time ago. He has been irredeemable for a very long time. I appreciated what Aaravos' history lesson with Ezra. I like learning more about it. I hope we'd actually learn more about the history, if I'm going to be honest, because I'm a sucker for the history of it all. Like, yes, give it to me. But it was very much his version of events. And just like Ezra said, like, maybe Aaravos never lies, but you can be just as misleading, just as untruthful if you omit certain aspects of the truth. You know, you can say, like, you can say that you did a really great deed, but if you neglect to mention that in the process you killed 10 people, like, you still did the bad thing first. Like, he's very good at twisting the truth. And obviously, the truth is, as with real human history, a lot of fucked up shit happened. Most of our ancestors, the countries we live in, did some terrible things that we should not be proud of. You know, like, you can hear my accent. I love history, but I look at my country's past and I go, oh my god, I'm so sorry. My family were all poor. I promise we didn't really benefit, but oh my god. Like, that is the reality of the world we live in, that pretty much if you look at history, at least something, if not every single aspect of your country's past is going to be awful and hellish. And probably if you look into your personal history and you were able to get details about every single person you've ever been descended from, some of them are going to have done shit things as well. That's life. But what matters most of all is what you personally do going forward, is the choices you make, is how you try and shape yourself and your country. Kind of thinking more for Ezra here than me, because my one vote literally, I live in an area that always votes Tory, and I will never. If I ever vote Tory, it's fake because I would die rather than vote Tory. It's always my vote is a little cry into the ocean, a little droplet in the ocean. But for Ezra in particular, like what matters is how you do, how you go forward, and how you the choices you make, the world you build. And if you choose to look at it and just purely go on like, I mean, I can't lie, I can't think of an example where England was particularly screwed over by anybody in history, unless you go back to like the Normans invaded, the Vikings invaded, fuck Normandy and fuck Denmark. You know, like we used to have a rivalry with the French, fuck the French. Like if you want to like pick random gripes from history, I mean obviously anyone who actually isn't happy with the UK as a country, I do get with our history, although I feel like if you kind of accuse modern day UK of doing the modern day UK also sucks. I don't know, this isn't a great example. But in terms of this, like Catullus, Zadia, they are trying to do better. And when you say, oh, the Zadians hurt the humans, well, humans did do some stuff back in retaliation. But what matters most of all is making a better, brighter future and not focusing on the past. So I'm glad Ezran seemed to focus on that. My big fear right now is Callum, sweet Callum, because it's been my fear more or less since dark magic was a thing. And the fact that he got freed of its hold so early on in this season really worries me, because I mean right now he seems like he's about to make a dark magic decision, and he's not going to do it because it will get him riches or make things easier for him, or you know, like, oh, I can't really be bothered to walk that, you know, 10 miles into Zadia, I'll just use dark magic to teleport. Like, he's doing it for an incredibly important reason. He's doing it for something that he believes is life and death, and the life and death of everyone he loves, as well as the entire world. He's not making this choice because he's trying to find the easy solution. He is looking at these impossible odds and thinking, this is all I've got. I can't think of another way out of it. And it breaks my heart because he is such a good person, and that is what is making him potentially make this terrible decision to do something that is terrible. And right now, I don't think it's a decision that will make him hurt anybody, I hope. But I just, it's very different to some of the decisions Claudia has made. Now, the closest decision I would say Claudia had would be, in a way, and Viren would be when they chose to help Soren by doing dark magic. But at that point, Claudia had already done a lot of dark magic, and she has since made the choice to do really bad dark magic just because, and not to do anything good in the process. So did Viren. But what worries me is that Callum could make this first thing because he has no other choice, and then it corrupts, and then it becomes, well, I could try really hard and do this really difficult spell and do this thing here that will help people, or I could just do some dark magic here and then it's done. And it worries me so much because he is good and he is wonderful, and he's already been purified of it the one time he can be, so I'm freaking stressed. I knew Aaravos was going to get free. It was so frustrating to watch and really sad to think of all the people who probably died or got grievously injured trying to stop him from getting free when it was inevitable anyway. Thank you so much for watching.